There's a myth about trail braking. That myth is that in order to trail brake, you need to charge into corners really quickly, trail into the corner, and as you exit, start getting back on the throttle. Well, it's not always the case. Trail braking can be done not only on a turn, but also on a straight line. On the street, trail braking is all about safety margin, but on the track, it means that you're going to get a faster lap time. And finally, the best trail braking on the street is barely visible. You don't even know that you're doing it, but it's all happening on a subconscious level. Hope you're all pumped up like I am. Let's go do some street trail braking, and hopefully you guys can learn something from this. And if you want to learn a whole lot more, I recommend that you check out my motorcycle mastery course. It's over 11 modules, and it teaches you every single little thing that you want to ever know about riding a motorcycle on the street and on the track. If you're interested, there's a link down below. As I mentioned, trail braking can be done on a straight line. Case in point, right over here. I'm gonna hold my front brakes until I slow down just a little bit. I started with 56 miles an hour, now I'm down to 41. And look, I'm holding my brakes, now I'm at 32 miles an hour. I just trail braked. Check it out, man. You could do exactly the same thing. All right, so a bunch of cars coming up. Let me speed up a little bit. All right, now I'm trail braking using my rear brakes. There's no cars behind me, so I'm not worried. But you see what's happening here? I'm trail braking using my rear brakes. Now, the way I'm doing that is, to be honest with you, I'm not even thinking about it, okay? I'm using my rear brakes right now. I'm not even thinking about it, but look what's happening to my speedo. 31, 30, 28. That's called trail braking. Trail braking is any time that you are trailing. Trailing means you're continuously going, you're moving. And so think of trail braking as braking as you're moving along. You're not abruptly stopping. All you're doing is slowing yourself down. That's all trail braking is. If I had to define it in a very simple way without giving you a textbook definition, that's exactly how I would describe it. And it doesn't really need to be any more complicated than that. So here's a stop sign right here. I'm going to trail brake. I'm going to go a little faster on purpose, just so I have enough room to trail brake. So here we are, trail braking with the right. And now I'm letting go of the brakes, and the motorcycle is stopping on its own. So you can do that as well. Whenever you're stopping at a stop sign or a red light or whatever it may be, you have underneath you something called engine braking. And in my opinion, it's the third brake, okay? You're not really using it as a functional brake, meaning there's really nothing for you to do because the motorcycle does it automatically. If you're higher up in the gears, engine braking really doesn't work very well because you're higher up in the gears. Engine braking works very well when you're low in the gears and high in the RPMs. If you're low in the RPMs and low in gears, it may not work very well. So engine braking typically works best when you're in like third gear doing 30, 40 miles an hour. That's when the motorcycle begins to stop by itself. So with a combination of engine braking along with trail braking, you can smoothly slow yourself down. Whenever I'm trail braking, I'm always using a combination of my front brake as well as my rear brake. But there are moments where I primarily use either my front or my rear. In this example, I'm behind this car right now. I'm using primarily my rear brakes to slow myself down, or trailing my brakes, meaning I'm holding it until it gives me the desired mile per hours that I'm looking for. So I was looking for somewhere around 20. I was looking for something like 30 miles an hour, comfortable distance from the guy in front of me. Then I removed my foot from the brake, and then engine braking took over, and from that point forward I was comfortable to get back on the throttle or coast until the stop sign. So that being said, under 20 miles an hour, primarily use your rear brakes to trail yourself to a stop, either at a stop sign or red light. over 20 miles an hour, trail your front brakes to slow yourself down. Why, you may ask? Well, if you've watched a couple of my videos or you're a motorcycle mastery student, then you know that 80% of the braking force is in the front and 20% of the braking force is in the rear. So when you're going over 20 miles an hour, let's just hypothetically say that you're doing 80 miles on the highway, or you're doing 30 miles or 40 miles on the street. You really want to use 20% braking force on the street? No. You want to use 80% just in case you have to make an emergency stop. I know a lot of people who watch this video, they really have never taken a course before. They probably took an MSF course as their only ever course. They might be riding for 5 years, 10 years, who knows how long they've been riding. And I know there are people out there, but they primarily use the rear brakes to stop their motorcycle. Well, I just want to tell you, you should never do that. Primarily using your rear brakes is dangerous because you're only using 20% of your motorcycle's braking force and 80% of it is being left. And at the same time, you only have a single piston caliper in the rear, okay? And these are much smaller brakes. Stopping power is very, very minuscule. So imagine if you have to emergency brake on the street or in the corner, or if you're making a right turn and somebody's running the red light. Not only will your motorcycle skid if you don't have ABS, but it can spin out and it can spit you right off the motorcycle, and at the same time you might just not have enough braking pressure to slow yourself down. So using your front is a lot better because most of the time, most of these motorcycles that are released have ABS brakes in the front. That takes care of the front and the rear brakes as far as how much pressure. But with a combination of engine braking as well as using your front as well as your rear brakes to slow yourself down in a controlled way is how trail braking works. I'm going to do it on purpose on the side of the road right over here. So check this out. I'm going to use mostly the rear to slow myself down. But I'm going to trail the brakes. So here we go. Watch this. See? Trailing, 18 miles an hour, 14 miles an hour. Now I'm going to put my hand on the brakes, go down to first gear, and with the front and the rear, I'm going to trail myself to a complete stop. So what I did was, I let go of the handlebars so you can see what I did. Went to the right side, and then I used my rear brakes. I didn't punch it. I kept it at a level where it's not going to make the bike unstable, but it slowed the bike down gradually, along with a combination of my rear trail brake as well as the engine braking from the motorcycle itself. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing, but this demonstration is going to be more using the front brake and not the rear brake, just so you can get a better example. And this time it's going to be an aggressive trail brake like this. This is an more aggressive trail brake than before, but as you can see here, my hand is on the brakes, and now I'm slowly letting go of the front brakes, slowing myself down gracefully. Let me see if I can give you another example. There's a red light over there, and I'm going to do that with the front brakes. Alright, here we go. I'm going to do it aggressively. There we go, just like that. All right, hopefully that's a good example for you. And I think I forgot to shift down. The rookie. Oh, where am I going? All right, so I even stalled the motorcycle. Rookie mistakes here, but hey, I'm trying to prove a point here. The things I do for you guys. But anyway, trail braking, holding the brakes until you slow down, not necessarily punching them. You're not pulling the brakes, letting them go. You're not doing the same thing with the rear brakes. You're just holding them like this until you slow down gradually. Anyway guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, trail braking is something that you probably already do. And if you take anything from this video, just know that whenever you hear trail braking, it doesn't necessarily mean that trail braking is only used when you're charging into a corner really quickly, trailing into the corner and then getting back on the throttle. That's only used to save tenths of a second while you're on a racetrack. But on the street, trail braking is mostly used as a safety margin and as a way to slow yourself down in a more efficient manner, along with engine braking. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.